What's going on, everybody? Hello, and welcome into the BLA podcast, your home for everything Lakers, Warriors, and news from around the association. I'm your host, Austin Sexton, with Casey and Roman. How you guys doing?
Pretty good.
The Los Angeles Lakers just finally broke the curse. We got the win over the Minnesota Timberwolves, 103-110. I got to clap this up. I've been texting you guys since I was at the bar earlier, or wherever I was at. Let's not talk about that. The curse is finally broken. I'm so excited. Did you guys get a chance to watch the game tonight? Were you guys tapped into to TNT like I was?
Oh, absolutely. Oh, yeah. Glued to the TV all afternoon, all night.
Yep. The second I got home.
Oh my God, bro. I feel like I texted the group as soon as we woke up this morning. I was like, you know what? Today's the day. We're finally back. And I know, like, as basketball enthusiasts, you guys are like excited for today. Obviously, like, you're excited for tomorrow. We get the Warriors. But that opening day feeling, it's so good. And I was so excited just from first take to Pat McAfee. I was on Pat McAfee today, bro. I was on Pat McAfee today.
All the
NBA
hits.
today. Pardon the interruption. NBA countdown. Inside the NBA, whatever it was, I was there, I was tuned in, and I was fucking ready. And we finally made it. And it feels so good to have that fucking first win. Oh, man. Stories for tonight. First thing I want to bring up, first and foremost, I feel like let's just get it out of the way. Bronny and LeBron, second quarter. I was a little nervous. How'd you guys feel about it? How did we feel about the Bronny-LeBron situation, middle of the second? What'd you guys take away?
I thought it was nice. I thought that point of the game, it was an appropriate time.
Yes.
To bring in Bronny. Like we mentioned before, the game was, it seemed like a close game, but I personally felt like the Lakers had it under control for the majority of the time. But anyways, yeah, bringing Bronny in like towards the end of the second, I thought it was an appropriate time, and played a couple minutes, 3 minutes maybe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it was just under 3 minutes, but yeah, you got out there.
Yeah.
I feel like all that everybody was talking about today was, if it's a close game, how much leeway does JJ Redick give Bronny? And I was like, okay, I think we could get away with like 4 max. I think we played it perfectly. And so, like Warrior tendencies, like you guys are Warriors fans, like, like at certain times of the game, because you've been having Steve Kerr as a coach for so long, like you expect certain things to happen at certain times. It's JJ's first year, so I wasn't sure what to expect at certain times of the game. But with us being up as we were on the Timberwolves, I was like, okay, 12 points going into the timeout. It's like 8 minutes left in the quarter. If there's ever a time to do it, now is the time. Give him a 3-minute stint. I feel like our defense is good. AD was playing out of his mind. We might as well just give it a shot.
Yeah, I mean, they had that nice little cushion at the 12 points. Like, they put themselves in a perfect situation. And, I mean, you essentially called it throughout all the episodes at this point. You're like, this would be the perfect time, like this point in the second quarter. And, yeah, everything just kind of fell into place for it to happen. And it was an awesome moment. It was incredible to see. I'm glad I was able to, get myself in front of the TV and engage myself in this moment in NBA history, because that's just not going to happen regularly. And
oh my God, yeah. You think we're going to see it again?
No,
probably. Oh, I think so.
Oh, I like the back and forth banner, Casey. I like the firm no, because truthfully, you're right. I don't know.
I mean, we might, for all we know. I shouldn't just say no, but it's just, I feel like if we're going to see it again, we need to see another LeBron type figure, like somebody to have that longevity to, have a child and have that child go through, high school and get drafted, make the team, like go through the process. There's a lot that goes into it. So I won't say that it's impossible, but I feel like it's unlikely.
Yeah. Well, I meant this season between Bronny and.
Oh, I thought you meant like all time.
Oh, all time. Yeah. I mean, probably not. Yeah, I agree with you there. I agree with you there completely. Probably not.
Yeah.
This season, I don't know. Maybe.
I think in the next like week and a half with the games that they have lined up, I feel like they have to find another moment, because like there wasn't this like great synergy of father-son on the court moment where, you know, getting the perfect pass, the assist for a basket. Like there wasn't that perfect play to happen.
Bronny had a good look too out of
Yeah, I was gonna
three.
say,
I know
they
he
did
was
have a good look.
open. He was
Yeah.
open. He took the shot. I thought it was going in too, but
Me too.
I think honestly, it's just good to keep him around the team, especially at the beginning of the season and like before it gets to the point where he has to go to the G League to start actually developing. But I feel like there's enough kind of leeway early on in the season, like this next week and a half, where he could maybe see a couple minutes here and there where there might be an opportunity for a moment like that again. But I think it would be a disservice to not give it another shot to get that assist locked
I will tell
in.
you. So we were at our watering hole, our local watering hole from Playback Recording Studio, where I typically record at. There's a spot down the street called Springbok. It's called Springbok Bar and Grill. It's a South African themed bar for rugby, right? But they have a million screens in there. So every single one of those screens tonight was on the Laker game, right? So go in there. They're like, you know what? We got all the games up. I was like, give me a 12-piece wing. Give me some Modelo. That's the new sponsor of ours, Modelo, Jameson, the entire bar at this point. Right. I shit you not. So everybody between the tables I was at was ready to go locked in on the Laker game. We're talking like they're running ESPN Bet. They're running FanDuel. So we're talking plus minuses. We're talking over-unders. We're talking money lines. And I told him, second quarter, Bronny, when that man checked in, I was like, this is the fucking moment. And then when Bronny got his look and LeBron threw him that assist and it was wide open, I think like 10 people were on their feet. They're like, oh my God. I literally I jumped up and my fucking tequila soda spilled out of my hand and it didn't drop. And I was just like, oh my God. But yes, I completely agree with you guys. There's definitely going to be more looks at it. So if we go to, let me pull up some windows here. If we go to the Lakers schedule, right? Can you guys see this? Can I?
It's loading.
This here?
There we go.
Yeah, it's up now.
Okay. So we got the Suns on Friday. Is that a bet? Is that the back-to-back? Yeah, and then we got the Kings on Saturday. Everything at Lakers. So I would say our best chance is probably going to be the same situation, right? So Suns, I think probably like another second quarter situation, another second quarter stint. Kings, same thing. However, I'm a little bit more nervous about Sabonis because he just seems to own AD. But maybe, based off the way that AD was playing tonight, maybe this is his damn year.
Yeah, maybe it is.
He's looking different right now.
He's looking so different right now. I could not believe the way that AD played tonight. I feel like there was never a moment tonight that AD was playing that I didn't feel like the ball was going in. And I feel like most of the time I'm like, get your shots up, get your shots up. He got his 3 in. I think he took 2, 50% from the field tonight. After that, I feel like from a fan's perspective, it felt like it was 100% from the field. Everything he threw up, I was just like, oh my God, it's so good. It's so good.
Yeah. Especially in the second half.
Oh my God. Clutch time too. We got apparently we're swearing tonight. We got the fuck you 3. It felt so good. I think it was probably like a minute 10 left. So it wasn't like an actual dagger because I think it was a 9-point game at that point. But we got a good LeBron 3. He chucked up another one and missed, but we did get the offensive rebound. Yeah, I just feel really great about the Lakers right now, man. It's been so long.
It felt like
I was just gonna say AD had impact literally everywhere when he was on the court. Defensively, offensively, rebounds, blocks, screens, pulling defenders, creating space, dominating in space.
Yeah.
He was just unstoppable. Rudy Gobert was a non-factor.
He embarrassed Rudy Gobert, and it almost felt like he was on a mission to school Rudy Gobert.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the extension that he got too.
Yeah, right before the game they announced it.
It's like 2 hours before the game.
Oh, I didn't catch that. What's the news?
Oh yeah, he got an extension. Let me pull
Rudy
it
did.
up really quick.
Yeah, Rudy.
No, why would you do that?
Oh man, people have been putting a lot of faith in Rudy Gobert for a long time, and I don't know where it comes from. Let's see, it's on a 3-year, $110 million extension.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, this is money that Rudy Gobert has been getting for free for some reason from.
So man's making essentially 37.5 or $0.666 million for the next 3 years.
Yeah.
Wow. Is there a player option?
I'm looking into it right now.
How could you give Rudy the player option? There's no way you give Rudy the player option, right?
Opts in.
He's like, you know what? I do not know if I feel like I should play for this team anymore, and I want to go to. Is it different?
So it looks like he declined his $46.6 million player option for next season.
Okay.
And so he's signed through the 27-28 season.
Wow.
Yeah.
Guaranteed money.
Would you take that on the Warriors?
I'm good.
I'm way cool.
I'm saying, why are these people high? What are they smoking?
They're just reading his resume, and they're just like, they see those awards, and they're like, oh yeah.
They see the depoys, and they're like, that's enough.
Yeah.
They're not watching games.
The 5.6 points per game for like the last 8 years.
Ignore the film.
Yeah, don't watch any of the game tape. Just look at his Defensive Player of the Year awards, and then just pay him whatever you want. And it's that amount of money. I like when he was on quick side when he was on the Jazz, and the second they paid him a max contract, I was like, oh, this team is done. Like this Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert is not a combination that's going to get anywhere in the West. The second you commit that type of money into a center that is not Anthony Davis or a Joel Embiid, you're wasting money. Like as good as a defensive player as he can be, he is not contributing enough on offense. Like he's just not.
He's a liability on offense.
But he's a liability on defense too. I mean, look what guards did to the Jazz and against Rudy in all those series in the Western Conference. Like they pulled him out of the perimeter.
Last year,
Luka they abused him.
Dagger on Rudy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, you can look at the Olympics, look at the last 5 years. Absolutely.
Like, once you get him out of the paint, he's on skates.
And we talked about this yesterday too. I was like, if you have 80 shooting a few threes, or he has a heater game, Rudy gets pulled out, and that leaves room for Austin Reeves, Rui Hachimura, D'Angelo Russell, LeBron James to just drive in and do what they want.
And we saw that happen too tonight. Also, there was times, I think it was the second quarter, where Minnesota was running like a zone defense, and the Lakers just dissected that immediately, and just free runs to the basket.
Yeah.
Ooh, actually, that incentivizes me. I'm gonna do something real quick.
Oh, incentivized. Ooh, good work, Casey. He's feeling incentivized on this.
Good question for you guys. Here we go. So, based off of what we saw last year from the Los Angeles Lakers to Game 1 of the 2024-2025 season, if we're talking about coaching, JJ Redick, how are we feeling so far? How are we feeling?
Yeah, he got the job done tonight. And he looked good.
Yeah. I thought that this man was, from beginning to end, invested so emotionally in this game.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He was chirping at Anthony Edwards multiple times.
Did you see in the last 15 seconds, he was screaming at Rui about not getting an offensive board and just was trying to chew him out on the side just on the side. And it's like, bro, the game's secure.
I love that.
Yeah. I love that too, because Darvin at this point would have had his hands in his pockets.
Oh, he'd just be sitting on the bench. He'd
be like, "Oh, sorry, I'm just a fan right now." We got our guy.
Can you get out the way?
Our guy. So not only as another segue here, because I'm feeling it coming. It's taking over me right now.
Build up.
Not only is JJ Redick contributing to the Los Angeles Lakers this year as a head coach, first time looking great. Let's talk about the other Lakers contributors. I see what I did there.
Nice.
How are we feeling about the rest of the guys? Anybody that stood out to you tonight that you're like, wow, I'm really impressed with his gameplay?
I gotta say, Jackson Hayes, from what I watched in the preseason to just this game, I feel like it was just a much better flow, much better fit. He just
Okay.
seemed to kind of just be in the right spot just more, and he's making the most of his touches. He was being effective, just those lob passes at the rim. He was just using it as his athleticism, making the most of that. And yeah, I mean, he looked effective. Yeah, it was a nice contribution. I know that the Lakers are struggling for a big man in the rotation to kind of fill in. So yeah, seeing him contribute like that, I think that's really important for them going forward.
Yeah, I totally agree. Yeah, Jackson Hayes had a great game. I felt like he made the most out of his minutes, and I think he got a lot of minutes too. And for me, I would say it's Rui Hachimura.
Yes, sir. That's what I was gonna bring up. Hell yeah.
First half, I feel like he was going off. Like first quarter, immediately like started making an impact. He hit like a 3 and had this huge dunk.
Oh, jammed it, man.
Yeah,
it was so good. It was so good.
He was getting it done. Like, and it was nice to see. So yeah, I would say Rui Hachimura. I also liked what I saw from Dalton Connect in his first, like regular season NBA minutes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, 16 minutes.
Shots. Is that what he got? 16?
Yeah, 60 minutes.
5 points.
Yeah, 5 points, 2 assists, 1 rebound.
Yeah, I felt like Dalton looked comfortable. They schemed for him, which I liked as well. And you gotta credit JJ for that, for not being scared to just go to the rookie. Obviously showed in his last couple preseason games that he's ready to go. He's not scared of the moment, and he keeps his composure. So great for JJ to scheme for that. Casey, like you were saying, Rui tonight looked so comfortable, as did Austin Reeves. That's my shout out for the night. But what really kind of impressed me is last year the Lakers were probably the second to last team in offensive boards rating. And tonight it looked like they were making the effort to go after offensive boards. They were crashing hard, whether it be from the outside, from just boxing out and just going up. I saw Austin Reeves boxing out the big men to go for boards. I saw Rui Hachimura in the first half with 3. I saw Max Christie put in the work. Although Max Christie might not have had the best night offensively, I feel like he did his job on Ant coming in as the 6th man off the bench and like having to have that defensive assignment. I was so proud of him for that. God, it's been so long since I've had a night like this for the Lakers. Oh God, Bryce, you have no idea.
A team energized and motivated and working well together.
The energy was great.
82-0, boys. 82-0. 82-0.
It's possible.
You're on track.
Like whenever I go bowling with the guys, whenever you get that first strike, it's like, yep, 300 still alive.
Yeah, we're still there.
Still there.
Lakers are number 1 in the West right now.
Yeah,
so
and if the season ended tonight, it'd be Boston and LA.
Yeah. Speaking of the Boston Celtics, did you guys watch that game?
Goodness gracious!
Oh my Lord.
I watched more than enough, which was not a lot, but it was an experience. The Knicks look a little messy.
So would you say that the losses tonight with the Knicks and the Timberwolves, do you think that's just them being shaken up by their trades? You know what I mean? Like it's so soon for them to have their additions being added to the court without them having continuity for practice and whatnot.
I think a lot of it is, the additions are, everyone involved in that trade, they're all good basketball players. But I think it's more so like getting used to the departures.
Okay.
Like the Knicks not having DiVincenzo, like that solid guy that's gonna go do the dirty work and like take a good shot. Like they miss the hustle player. Like they miss that. And I think the Timberwolves tonight, they miss Cat. They miss a big guy that can maybe grab you a rebound and like hit an outside shot.
Yeah.
And
Julius Randle did seem like a little out of sorts.
He didn't.
And I don't know if that's just like us from the outside being like, I'm not used to him being in this jersey.
He had the best plus minus from the starters.
Wow, did he really?
He did. but that's just the plus minus. If you're looking at the actual game and we watched the game, he looked out of sorts. He looked
way out of sorts.
He just didn't look like he was working well with the rest of the offense. Like it just seemed like super disconnected.
I think it's fair to keep in mind that he just cleared his injury protocol, so he's probably like a practice or two removed from actually playing with these guys tonight. So let's say maybe he's had 2-3 practices max. They're probably going to give him a little bit of a leeway. But yeah, no, I completely agree. Like watching him play tonight and watching Karl Anthony Towns, like I don't know if it's me as a human being that's just like, damn, you just don't look great in that jersey, or if it's just like you just seem out of sorts. I think it's a little bit of a mix of both.
I think it's absolutely the bias of like us not agreeing with the trade.
Yeah.
And, like maybe it shouldn't have happened in the first place.
I don't think either of them got better.
No,
I don't.
And we talked about it too, like when the news broke or like soon after. It's like the trade didn't really move the needle like for anybody. If anything, it's like I watched this Timberwolves team tonight and I was like, ooh, I don't know if like they look like a top 3 team right now. Yeah. Again, it's night 1, it's opening night. So
I got to see the rest of the East, but I mean, if Minnesota, okay, obviously like New York in the East, Minnesota in the West. New York, based off of what I saw last year compared to what I saw from them tonight, New York's not even a top 6. They're a playing team at this point.
It's tough for me to really judge the Knicks right now because Boston was just on an absolute heater. Like
oh my god!
It's like any team probably would have lost to them tonight.
Yeah. I mean, there's not a team that would have won. There's not one.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. I'm watching like my fantasy basketball match. I'm playing against Jason Tatum. I'm like, I'm gonna lose.
Yeah.
Just to him.
Would not miss.
Yeah.
It was insane. So my boy Naveed, shout out Naveed if you're checking this out. So he was using, I forget what the app is, but essentially his parlay tonight was Mikal Bridges over 14 points. OG Anunoby over 5 rebounds, and what was the other one? It was OG, it was Mikal, and the other one was I'm trying to remember. It was another Nick. I think it was Jalen. I think it was Jalen Brunson plus 18. I believe that's what it was. Oh no! It was assists. It was assists on Brunson.
Ooh.
And I forget what the number was, but the assist was the first to hit. The second to hit was Mikal Bridges because it was in the second half when he cleared.
Yeah.
And it took Mikal Bridges. First and foremost, we're going to talk about Mikal Bridges. Jumper looks fucking weird. It does not look good. It does not look good. He got comfortable in the second half, but damn, it doesn't look good.
Yeah.
He didn't hit a 3. Yeah, he didn't hit a 3 all night. He was making interior shots, which is, something. But yeah, he doesn't look comfortable hitting an outside shot right now. And hopefully that gets fixed. But that's a major issue if he is not the player that they traded for.
Yeah.
And they traded a lot.
They traded a lot to get him, and
yes.
The player that they traded for is worth it. What we saw tonight, on the floor, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like I don't know what happened.
No, I agree with you. Now the funny thing is though, so we're watching this game, right? And all of a sudden I see this very distinct jump shot. Just looks like it's over the head, and it's lefty too. I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, that shot looks like Campaign. And it was Campaign's jumper. Like you ever know, that player by his jump shot?
Oh yeah.
And Campaign by his jumper. Like I was like, I could have sworn that he didn't get traded from the Sixers. I thought he was still on the Sixers. And all of a sudden you see him with that crazy old jump shot. And I was like, what the fuck's the Campaign on New York? I was like, so I guess it's Mikal Bridges and Campaign as a backcourt. Like, it's insane to me.
It's quite a tandem. I honestly lost track of campaign myself.
Yeah,
He
same
kind of
here.
just got washed through the
I remember
NBA. I
him with
didn't know where he ended
the
up.
Suns,
Yeah,
after
that's where I last remember him.
and he was like kind of an impact player on the Suns.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
that I feel like that's where most people remember him from.
And then I
Yeah.
want to say he played with. Was he in Chicago for a bit or no?
I don't think he was in Chicago.
'Cause I know
The
the
Ooh,
I
Bucks.
tried campaign.
ooh, I think he was on Chicago.
Was he? Do the research. Hey,
I'm
Chat
digging.
GPT.
I'm digging in. I'm entering the matrix. I'm seeing all the
Yeah, the
code.
last I really remember campaign was his stint in Phoenix when he was with Cam Johnson because it was the Cam brothers. It was Cam Can, our boy Big 99, and Jay Crowder, and
Oh
then
yeah,
Devin Booker, and that's when they had DeAndre Ayton before he went to Portland in the trade.
campaign is low key a journeyman.
Oh yeah, it's insane. I think he's good enough to be a consistent player for somebody though.
He is. I mean, he's still in
Wow.
the NBA, so like, he's not bad.
Yeah, for sure. But I think another reason, tied to bringing it back to the Lakers stuff, I think a really big reason that the Lakers might have won in the way that they won tonight, the sloppy play. I was way. I hate to say this. I was very impressed with the Lakers offense tonight, especially being like directed by JJ Redick. The whole new narrative, we're gonna have more offense. It looked good, but it almost made me like the way when I watched the Wolves playing, especially on offense, it felt like they just did not have any sort of continuity. And I was like, yeah, it never felt like they truly had a rhythm.
And then to bring it back to the energy factor, it felt like the Wolves lacked energy.
100%.
The Lakers were just exuding energy the entire game. Like,
Yeah, Wolves looked lethargic.
And the Wolves, like they kind of got it close towards the end of the game. Like they went on a run starting like end of the third quarter, and it got close. Like I think they cut to like 4 at one point, but the Lakers were just the Lakers had the game in control. It felt like the entire time, even when it was down, like they were down early in the game. It was like, it didn't feel like it was the Wolves were on like a substantial run, and then when they did have that run going, it was kind of too little, too late.
Yeah.
But I don't think like if there was 5 more minutes left in the game, I don't think they would have won anyways.
Yeah, I think it's just a testament to JJ Redick's control as a coach. Like he sees if the Wolves are they're starting to go on a run, they're closing this gap a little bit. I need to call a timeout. Let's make a change.
Timeout. That's what I was going to say.
Creates a beautiful offensive set for the team. They get a basket, and it's like, okay, we just turn this around. We stop their whole momentum. We score. We're protecting our lead, and it's a control I haven't seen from a Lakers coach in a long time.
Yeah,
so
seriously.
that's just another great addition to this team and organization is just having a guy who knows what he's doing in the head coach position.
That's what we in the Lakers fandom base call a breath of fresh air.
Yeah, I bet, dude. He looks comfortable.
Fill the lungs.
Too.
Like he looks comfortable. He and it also helps for sure. One thing that I think the Lakers definitely got right this year was the assistant coaches. We've got Nate McMillan and we have Scott Brooks. No. Both Nate's been to the conference finals with Atlanta, and Trey Young. I think it was like 2021.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah, Eastern Conference Finals. And then Scott Brooks, obviously. Scotty Brooks, where's this man coaching at?
He coached the Wizards.
Yes. Scott Brooks was there in the Marcin Gortat days as well.
Oh yeah, that's right.
John Wall, Bradley Beal, Marcin Gortat.
Kelly Oubre, was he there? Young Kelly Oubre?
Oh yeah,
young Kelly Oubre. And then I can't remember who their other starter was at that point. But I was a Scott Brooks fan for sure because they would always go up against like the Cavs in the first round. They would always be like a first max second round team. But they were good. Like they were like creepy, creepy good.
Good 2K team.
Oh yeah,
2K team.
2K team. I love it. So what time? So we've talked about the Lakers a bit. Obviously, we're Bay LA, so we got to get a little bit of the Warriors talking here. You guys start tomorrow, right?
Tomorrow,
Yes, sir.
Warriors
Tomorrow.
take on Timberwolves. No, sorry, not Timberwolves. The
No.
Trailblazers. Sorry, it's late.
No, it's all good.
I was like,
Yeah.
oh my god, they're on a back-to-back. You guys definitely got the dub.
No,
Yeah.
Trailblazers.
Yeah.
What are you
Trailblazers
expecting from your guys tomorrow?
Moody. I think we're gonna get a lot of Moody. I think it's honestly just a good fit against the Blazers roster. I think he's gonna match up well. And yeah, I mean, I haven't seen a lot of good defensive work from the Blazers in a long time. Just especially with the roster being so young, they actually have quite a few guards themselves. All very talented guards, but
why does it feel like the Blazers are always like a B-rated Warriors team? Like at any point in time. So like right now, they're a guard-heavy team with like two big men, as are you. Like take it back to the conference.
Three big men actually, but
take it back to the conference finals when you guys swept. It was like the same team, but you guys just blew them out of the water. I feel like they're just always trying to be like some sort of an emulation of the Golden State Warriors. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Maybe that's a hot take.
I could see that comparison back with like they had Dame and CJ because it was like two dynamic scoring guards.
Yeah, versus Clay and
Steph. Like they kind of had like their own Splash Brothers of their own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could also make the same claim for Houston with CP and James Harden.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
God, that was such a good time for basketball, man. That was such a good time.
Oh, the glory days.
A lot of exciting things happening.
Yeah.
But today's an exciting day though, because it's a new chapter.
Yeah, I feel like the NBA is starting to try to push the narrative of like the old guys versus the new guys. I don't know if you guys been looking at all the commercials, or like the thing that went viral today on Bleacher Report when it's like the rap battle and it's LeBron and KD and Curry and Booker and I forget who the other old guy was versus Ant and Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, and they're just like rap battling each other.
That's funny.
Yeah, they're like trying to push the narrative. It's like it's the old versus the new, but it's crazy because we're at a time right now where it definitely feels that way. We're definitely in a transition.
Because it's like we're trying to think. It's like I feel like there's the young teams and there's the old teams. And you got the old teams as in like, like the Warriors and the Lakers and the Clippers and
oh my God,
I don't know who else you want to put in there, but then you got the young teams like OKC, Timberwolves the Kings,
Knicks.
There's a lot,
Pelicans,
a lot of young teams. There's probably more young teams than old teams.
Okay, so based off of what we're talking about right now, Giannis, old or young?
I think he falls in the old crowd at this point.
But he's definitely on like the younger, like he's still Unk.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like young Unk.
Yeah. He plays into his youth that he still has, but like he's been around in the league for a while now, and I mean he has a championship.
Like if you were in like 2K15, like
if we can find you on a roster in that game.
Is that how you would view Devin Booker? Because the Bleacher Report was trying to like portray him as
he's been around for a minute.
Yeah, he has been around for some time.
I remember him straight out of Kentucky. I was like, bro is odd looking and can shoot the ball. That's how I remember Devin Booker.
Was it his rookie year where I forget how many points he had, but there's one game where he went like nuclear for like 70 plus, I think, against
I remember that.
Yeah.
Because he did the paper, right?
He did the paper.
Oh yeah.
He did the will.
70 points.
That's crazy. I feel like that makes us officially Unk because I feel like we've been watching sports for so long. It's just like we remember all of these moments, and it just drives me crazy, man. I don't want to get old, man.
It's kind of crazy because it's like I watch like Allen Iverson highlights. And I'm like,
yeah.
And I'm like, oh,
Back in my day.
Like the quality is all different.
Yeah. People have camcorders on the sidelines.
It looks like a different world out there.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, it is. It absolutely is.
Yeah, so I was telling my girl tonight, I was like, hey, I've been telling her for the last like forever. I was like, I want to get these tickets. I've been telling everybody I want to get the tickets out. Like, I was like, I have no problem paying it to a firm $14 a month for however long I gotta pay it, like because I was expecting the tickets to be super expensive, right? So I started looking on Game Time today. Speaking of Game Time, use BayLA as your promo code and you get 10% off.
For 80% off.
Yeah, for 80% off.
Special deal.
Yeah, absolutely. So I was telling my girl today, I was just like, man, I want these tickets so fucking bad. Like, what does it take? What does it take? What does it take? And I found a pair of premier seats. So it's like a crypto. It's like you got the nosebleeds, you got the suites, which are like a great view. Then you have premier, which is I personally think is a little bit better than the suites. But I mean, suite obviously you have like 12, 13 people in there. And then you have like the 100 section and then lowers. But I found a pair of premier seats for $183 a seat. That's pretty damn good for crypto.
That is.
Pretty damn good. 183 on Game Time using BayLA 10% off. And I texted her, I was like, yo, should we do it? Should we do it? She was like, I just don't know. Like, I know you're trying to save money right now, this and that. And I was like, babe, I'm trying to see fucking history tonight. Do you understand what I'm trying? I'm trying to see fucking history. And she's like, you say that all the time with the Lakers. And I was like, bring up what other times you said this, or like I said this about like I'm trying to see history. And I don't think that she got it from a actual fan perspective, because the times that she brought up after this, right, was number one, she was like, you wanted to see LeBron score that like big point. And I was like, oh, you're talking about becoming the number one scorer in NBA history? Yeah.
Just one large point.
Just that, right? So that was the first one. She was like, oh, yeah, and you wanted to see that first game with those weird colored courts. I was like, yeah, I wanted to see the first ever NBA tournament cup, whatever you call it, game inside of crypto. Absolutely, I want to see that.
The in-season tournament.
Yeah. And then she was like, yeah, and you wanted to see, like, she kept bringing up these things that were all valid. Super valid. I'm like,
we're gonna validate these for you. Don't worry. This is a safe space.
Yes, and then she's like, so you're telling me that you like there's not always like some memorable historic moment? I was like, do you understand we're never gonna see a father-son duo like this for like years?
Yeah.
She's like, don't like, it's fathers and sons play sports all the time, and I just wanted to crash the car.
That's crazy.
Hey, Elon, can I take over the wheel really quick?
Yeah, Elon, give me a second, buddy. Oh my god! So I was this close to getting the tickets tonight, but I didn't do it. However, I am gonna get tickets for probably the first game of the end season or the NBA Cup. So.
Nice, defending champs.
I'm sure you could get tickets against the Blazers when they come to town for you.
Oh yeah, that'd be cheap. Bronny will play a lot.
Oh man, I just want to see Bronny like get his first basket.
Yeah,
it's gonna happen.
Yeah,
that look he had earlier was so good.
It was so good.
Looked right.
And as soon as he missed it, I was like, that's the best look you're ever gonna get.
Yeah,
like for like a first look, and like that's why JJ took him out, because like he knew that Ant was about to try and put his nuts.
And then it's like first possession on defense. You got Julius Randle going at him. It's like,
oh god,
like, save the kid.
And you could see the difference too.
Yeah,
immediately.
Like that's.
I feel like he could have. I feel like he could have guarded Brunson. I feel like he could have guarded. Who's the other?
Mike Conley.
Oh, why am I saying Brunson? My bad.
Playing the Knicks.
Sorry, it's been a day. I watched 2 games and I've been drinking for both of them, and I'm having a fantastic time. Definitely could guard Mike Conley. Definitely could not guard Ant-Man, but did a decent enough job in the minutes that he had.
I mean, I saw him play defense against Joe Ingles, and I feel like that was a pretty good matchup for him.
That was the one, against Joe Ingles for sure. So, but long story short, if we don't have a lot of Warrior stuff to talk about tonight, and it's just mostly Lakers.
Yeah.
Lakers got the win. The 8-year curse has been broken, and there's optimism moving forward. And I know as a Lakers fan, if anybody's tuning in, I can't wait to get off of this and go to every other media source that I can tonight. I'm sleeping in my own bed. I've got my dog with me. I'm falling asleep with every media source just talking about
You're
how
gonna
the
sleep with the
Lakers are
jersey
gonna be.
on.
Oh my god, I might. Oh my god. I left the hat in the car, but damn.
Oh, go get it.
I think I'm sleeping in the jersey. I might pull up the iPad, pull up a picture of Braun. Actually, no. Tonight it's AD. Tonight it's AD.
AD.
He's
You got the La Bed.
yeah. I got AD
bed.
in the bed. It's a perfect night. I got nothing going on tomorrow in the morning. I don't have obligations till 2. So
There we go.
sleeping in, waking up. It's gonna be. That feeling, that post-win feeling where it's like I want to get up. I want to turn on Get Up with Greeny. I want to do first
Yeah.
take. I want to do Pat McAfee. I want to do
And then
NBA.
talking about your team in a high
Yeah.
regard. You
Get
feel
all
like
the
you are on the
reactions.
team.
You're feeling great. That's what I'm feeling right now. And it's
Yeah.
just oh my god, it's the best. It's the best. This is
Especially it's like
incredible.
on a national TV game, like
Oh yeah,
everybody's watching.
absolutely. I went into it like a little pessimistic about the game. But you know what?
Fair, though, I mean, the Timberwolves, like,
They're a good team.
they're a good
Yeah.
team. Like,
Yeah. And we're 1-0 against them, babe.
yeah, I think you guys
Undefeated.
took
Do
care
you
of
guys
it.
do you guys know how it feels to be number 1 in the West? Like let's talk
Yeah.
about this right now. It's just you're like, yeah, we do.
Come on.
I know you do.
It's been a while, but
Yeah.
Well, we're 41 minutes in on the Lakers. There's not a whole lot to talk about except how I'm going to sleep great tonight, and Casey and Roman are trying to feel good for tomorrow, and I'm sure you guys are going to sleep good tonight against the Blazers. So,
Yeah.
I'm Austin Sexton here with Roman and Casey. Baylor Podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in for your first inaugural win on this podcast. The Los Angeles Lakers beating the Minnesota Timberwolves. Tune in tomorrow. We're not back tomorrow, but we'll be here to talk about it on Thursday about the Lakers or about the Warriors versus the Blazers. And we'll be here same time, same place. But for Austin, Casey, and Roman, thanks for tuning in, guys. Make sure to give us a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts. Give us a thumbs up on Spotify. Just listen to this shit, man, because it's good. It's a good time. So until then, we'll see you next time, guys. Take care.
Go Dubs.
Go Dubs. Go Lakers. I got to just keep saying things until I close this out. All right. See ya. Take care.